Okay, everybody, this is a very viral exchange I had in Portland, Oregon, go Ducks, where I have a dialogue with one person, then someone comes up and does something to my hat, which very well might be against the law. And I think you're going to really enjoy it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and enjoy as I venture into the woods of Portland, Oregon. Thank you for being here, by the way. That's not why. I say it to everybody. I say
I don't believe it happened, so I'm neutral to it. It's kind of refreshing to be somewhere where it's an argument or something heated, and I'm really not. Not involved. I really don't. Be honest, I don't think that at 6 years old, 3 years old, I don't think that's any place for anybody's, how you say it, platform to give you a message off to children. I read about the kid that wanted to go to the girls' bathroom. He was in third grade. I didn't find out what is a third grader doing trying to pick which bathroom he's going to? When I was a third grader, it was hard to keep our asses in line.
That's the point, is that children deal in confusion. They need order.
This is what I wanted to challenge you.
Yeah.
You don't mind if I ask, what's your faith?
You could say anything. I'm an evangelical Christian.
Evangelical Christian?
Yeah.
What point did you start?
I was saved when I was 14 years old.
14 years old?
Yeah.
Have you never been to church before then?
No, I went to church, but those of us in the evangelical tradition believe there's a moment where you are reborn and you dedicate your life to Jesus Christ.
Baptist.
No, I know. I'm just saying for everyone else.
I'm not trying to be. I'm just trying to see where your head is at.
Sure.
So, how do you feel about introducing children at age to religion and spirituality?
I think it's imperative for a couple reasons. So I think a Judeo-Christian construct at a young age generally has a child be taught morals and values that are not being taught in our increasingly secular society.
You don't think that could be done with
They could be, but I think it's done better in a church.
How would you know that?
Based on my analysis of a Judeo-Christian tradition versus countries that become more secularized.
Oh, versus countries rather.
Right. So let me give you an example. Like countries such as.
So I'm sorry, I didn't want you to go in the wrong direction. I'm talking about specifically this country because I think we can all agree with all Americans here.
Yeah. So
even though I acknowledge the issues of other countries, I'm more concerned with this.
So let me give you an interesting example that's Oregon specific.
Yeah.
Okay. So Oregon has the #1 homeless population in the country per capita. Also the least likely to donate to charity to help homeless. It also has the most unchurched population in America. So I would draw a direct correlation by as people gravitate away from church, that people are less likely to help the poor. Now that's not to say that there's not wonderfully dedicated poor, people that want to help the poor that are atheists and secularists. I'm making a more broad.
What about Islam or Buddhism?
What about Islam?
What about it? Because I'm not Islam, but I was saying.
One of the pillars of the Islamic faith is to help the poor. It's one of the pillars.
That's good.
No, it is.
My point is you're very specific when you want things that that should be taught to a child.
Well,
I'm wondering why you would want a child to not be confused by gender, but you want them to be specific.
Well, because that's a great question. So, why teach the child the Judeo-Christian roots? Well, because.
You want them to be like you.
No, not necessarily, because it's a good thing for children to be taught not to lie, steal, cheat, honor their parents, go to work. No, but it's best taught from the Torah, extending to the Christian tradition. It's based in the Ten Commandments.
It's hard to say because I used to be an evangelical Christian myself.
Evangelical, yeah, no doubt. And I'm not saying the church does a perfect job. I'm saying the church does the best job. And I have plenty of evidence to support that, and you guys can disagree. And I'm not trying to bash secularists. I'm not saying you can't teach morality outside of that, but the stem of Western morality comes from the Judeo-Christian tradition.
I just wanted to say something because I identified what you said. You said secularists, and that's so I'm in an anthropology class, and I'm learning about one of the things I learned about in African anthropology was our perspectives, how we see things, what lens do we view things. So in your case, you're viewing it through the lens of a Judeo-Christian heterosexual male, which I understand because I was a Baptist heterosexual black male. I gotta add that black one too. But it becomes a problem when you start to talk about law and how we should do things.
I never said any law.
Who is we?
But
what's secular?
Well,
because to me,
secular
Judeo-Christian
is a very
secular.
specific definition.
I know what it means, but I'm saying what is secular to you?
Outside of organized religion would be secular. So
that's what I'm saying. So
I mean, like a Buddhist is not secular. Someone who's Muslim is not secular. Those would be part of unified religion.
So that's what I'm saying. So those are not secular. Those are uniform religions.
That's
what makes
correct.
Judeo-Christian better than Buddhism?
Well,
Why?
great question. So what makes the Judeo-Christian tradition better than Islam, for example?
Any of them.
Okay, so Islam has multiple examples that condone killing of others. The Christian tradition has none.
It doesn't?
No, Jesus denounced every form of violence against someone that disagrees.
But God did. Yahweh said to kill every man, woman, and child in the areas known as the Levant. When they went into the land flowing with milk and honey.
Are you talking about in the Old Covenant or the New Covenant?
You're talking about Ruth when she helped hide.
So again, so the reason in the Christian, so the reason we have the Christian covenant is that Jesus created a new covenant.
Focus on the New Testament.
That's because I'm a Christian, correct. Yeah, well, I don't focus on it. You appreciate the Torah and you follow the New Testament. You follow the whole Bible, but there's a reason why Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, Acts exist.
You accept that was wrong, but you don't condemn your forefathers, your ancestors that did the wrong, right?
When did I not condemn that?
I'm asking. I didn't put it in your mouth.
Well, yeah, you did. You said I did.
No, I said I asked.
Right. So why? So let me give you a quick example of why Christianity is a different religion. Every other religion requires you to get closer to God. Christianity is the only religion where God actually came closer to us. Where you believe that there was a gift from God that came here to teach us how to live and actually died for your sins. And no other religion has that. You juxtapose the life of Muhammad versus the life of Jesus Christ, two totally different. Muhammad, hold on a second. Jesus Christ has 0 documented sins, died a passive death.
He was from the line of David. You know what David did?
Well, David was a Jew.
He sent a dude out on a line to get killed so he could have his wife.
Yeah, and David was not. David was not divine. Jesus was. There's a difference.
It was part of the divine line, right?
No doubt, but no one was perfect until Jesus came down to earth. That's what we Christians believe. You see that? You see the difference? That's what makes Christianity different. Theologically, Christianity has a completely different doctrine than any other world religion that's ever existed. Anyway, and now I'm not.
What does your hat say?
ICE.
What does that stand for?
Immigration, Customs, and Enforcement. Hey, don't touch
What
it.
are you doing?
Gotta let her have her emotions, man. Just listen.
Have a nice day.
Listen, I'm not saying that she was right.
Let's have a conversation.
She was wrong for that. But you gotta show yourself
Sorry,
that
Charlie.
if you really love her, you let her go.
No, 100%, guys. I'm not gonna press.
You did good.
Thank you. See, I'm not gonna.
Because I'd have been pissed. I might have wanted elbows.
No, that's not.
Give it women back.
Hey, put it on mine. That's not what it's about, guys. We have to have respect for each other and love. Right?
I'm not agreeing with what she did.
So, okay, I think I have to go. We have 5 minutes, right? 5 minutes, but I appreciate you, man. Seriously, no, that was great. Thank you. It was good. You did spice it up. So, we got to go shortly. 'Cause I got
a question.
Sure. What was your name again? I'm sorry.
I don't think I told you. My name's Mercury.
Nice to meet you. Well, nice to re-meet you, I should say.
What do you hope to get out of this? Why are you here?
Okay, I've been asked that question a lot. First of all, that question should not even have to be asked, but when people stop talking, really bad stuff starts. When marriages stop talking, divorce happens. When church starts happening, they fall apart. When civilizations stop talking, civil war ensues. When you stop having a human connection with someone you disagree with, it becomes a lot easier to want to commit violence against that group. Whether it be the great genocide, the horrible genocides of the last 100 years, people stop talking with each other because they lose their humanity. I wish we could be here without having my hat thrown off and stuff, but what we as a culture have to get back to is being able to have reasonable disagreement where violence is not an option.